I think the campus definitely has beautiful buildings, but I think there are also some buildings where the architecture is definitely lacking.
It was interesting, a lot bigger than any other campus I've been to. It's like really cool and it's really fascinating.
I don't particularly like UB campus because I've seen prettier campuses.
I really don't love the looks of the campus. I think aesthetically it's very displeasing.
The appearance of most of the buildings looks so similar and kind of tedious, to be honest.
Kind of boring. I just feel like all of the buildings look the same.
Governors and the Ellicott dorming buildings.
The Ellicott dorm complex and also the governor's complex.
I don't really like the blocky look of it, and I think it's just like dull and drab and gray looking.
But the way those buildings look, they don't feel or look like home. They almost look like prisons in a sense. It's a very hard place to relax into.
I took a tour there and I was like, I'm absolutely not living here when I go to UB.
Probably Park Hall, and it's pretty ugly. It's pretty much the outside for me. It's the brick. I don't really get why they use that type of brick here at the school. Getting around in there is a hassle.
Definitely Furnace Hall and Bell Hall. I think especially Furnace Hall is taller, and I can see it like every time I walk in the campus. I think the small square windows just make it looks like a prison. That makes me feel uncomfortable.
Lockwood Library. It looks very old from the outside, nothing special there. And the windows are so small, so it's dark inside and making me sleepy.
The Center for the Arts.
The Center for Arts building.
Really colorful and bright, and I love all the windows.
I thought everything was really pretty, and going around the building too, it's just you really notice like a lot more detail.
I do sometimes study like in the bottom area for the Center for the Arts. It's always cool to look at all the paintings and the pictures.
A lot of different paintings. It's just, you don't see this in every building. It's just more creative. There's more depictions of drawings. There's just a lot of more unique stuff in here than you would find throughout the rest of the campus.
Another building I love is Davis Hall, which again, I love the windows there and the colors, the orange and the white, very bright and welcoming.
I think my favorite building would be on South Campus at the Abbott Library. Especially the front of Abbott is really pretty. Abbott Library definitely kind of sparks some emotion and a little more creativity. The inside is very pretty in my opinion. It makes me feel very studious because it's like dark wood and kind of this like yellowy warm light, and it doesn't feel so modernized or so kind of emotionless. It feels very cozy.
By a point near the Lake LaSalle. It looks like, some pillars of an ancient Roman palace. I pretty like this style. I mean, the view is pretty good when I stood on the deck facing the lake.
My favorite one would be the One World Cafe. It was just built this year, so it looks brand new, and the windows are very large and bright. I think it's very pretty, especially at night.
Early 20th century, the campus, the buildings were converted to become a university campus, the University at Buffalo. So these are really old institutional buildings that reflect the history of the university. UB North, which I think is where people are probably complaining about that campus. And that campus is an awful lot of institutional mid-century construction. And the mid-century construction had the smaller windows, had the really bland brick elevations where it was institutional. It doesn't serve human interaction extremely well, whereas the buildings on South Campus were designed for being used for a much more personal interaction at a human scale. The newer buildings that have much more glass and have much more light tend to be more appealing because they're better spaces to be in. So you have to remember, architecture isn't just about the building. It's about people in the building, people in place. And architecture has a duality. Architecture needs to be both beautiful, good architecture needs to be beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, but also habitable. So good architecture makes good place.